What up? This is Rap Hits, and so Diddy's up for a bail hearing coming up Friday, November 22nd. But with that whole thing, when they raided his cell and they found those legal notes and they got their eyes on some confidential information between Diddy and his lawyer, well, they weren't supposed to see that, and the judge agreed that that was confidential information. It's a privilege that you have with your lawyer and the defendant. The prosecutors ain't supposed to get their hands on that stuff, so they're saying, though, that they left the papers in the jail cell. They just took pictures of it and they sent it through a filtration process where they had another team remove things that the prosecutors shouldn't look at. But then ultimately the prosecutors got their hands on the papers. That's what they're trying to say. I think they're just trying to, get out of it somehow. But the judge didn't agree. The judge already said that they must destroy all the evidence that they obtained during that raid of Diddy's jail cell. So no matter how you got it, no matter what you redacted, no matter if you tried to say, well, we, took out the stuff we weren't supposed to look at and, we had somebody else do that for us. The judge didn't care about none of that. He said, destroy it all. He said, you ain't supposed to have none of that stuff. That was confidential between Diddy and his lawyers. Now you're ruining his case you're ruining your case as a prosecutor because there is things being broken. There's amendments now that you have to abide by. So you have to have the right to a fair trial and stuff like that. So that what they did is going to possibly get the case dismissed. That's what Diddy's lawyers are arguing, that the case needs to be dismissed. But as of right now, he didn't quite do that much. He just said, well, as of now, let's just destroy the evidence that the prosecutors got. Because the prosecutors, I'm going to tell you what was in those papers in a second. So hold on with me for a second. But look, the prosecutors are now in a situation where they might have compromised the case. And even though he didn't dismiss it yet, well, it can end up that way. So the judge is saying, get rid of it. And the thing is, you can't unsee it. So whatever the prosecutors had, the argument is here that now Diddy's lawyers can argue it doesn't matter if they destroyed it. They already saw it. They already saw the information. So at this point, I would think that the Diddy's lawyers are going to argue that, okay, destroying it is not going far enough. We need to throw out the case because the prosecutor can't unsee, they can't erase their memory about what they already saw. So here's what they saw. So what they saw on these notes is a lot of stuff. He had a lot of different stuff. But one of the things that I have found out, and this is alleged because, look, I'm going to have to say alleged right now, but through my sources, this is some of the things that they saw in the Diddy documents. And the one thing that I came across is that they're saying there was notes in there where Diddy was allegedly asking family members to find dirt on the victims. So this is the one thing that I had came across through my sources, and it's all alleged at the moment, but it was some credible sources. So the information is, we'll have to see if this is what the mainstream is going to report or not. So as of right now, let's just call it alleged. But this is pretty, I'm pretty sure that this information is going to hold up because that's what they're saying is there was information about getting dirt on victims. So this is a strategy, I guess. And this is what the prosecutors found out is, and this is why they're trying to say they had more information to keep him in jail. Because I guess they were nervous that he might get bail. And so they found this to keep him in because they wanted to tell the judge, we came across information that Diddy's intimidating witnesses again through family members. So that's how the prosecutors wanted to use this information. They wanted to say Diddy is trying to intimidate witnesses and victims by having family members out there looking for dirt on them and getting private investigators or however they can obtain the information. And they're saying this is a form of witness intimidation and tampering with evidence and tampering with the case. So if they would have gotten that information legally, then that would have been a big deal for Diddy. Diddy would have been in more trouble. I think that's even a separate charge on his own. I think FBG Butter's mom got caught up in something similar where, not FBG Butter's mom, but Little J's mom allegedly got into a situation similar where they were they put a whole new charge and sent her to jail for intimidating witnesses, and I guess it was probably allegedly on Little J's behalf, where, you know, this is a crime in its own. So Diddy had notes that could have got him another charge, but the way they obtained it is now looking in Diddy's favor because they obtained it illegally, and that can get the whole case effed up on the prosecutor's behalf. So that's what they're saying was in the notes. And also, I guess the prosecutors have obtained information also that Diddy has been using inmates' phone accounts to make calls and stuff like that. So now they're scrutinizing those calls and trying to see what he was saying, because they say that's not something you can do in there. That's like illegal. I don't know if it's illegal or not, but I know the jails, they are saying you can't do that. You can't use other inmates' accounts to make a phone call. And that's what they're saying Diddy, well, alleging that Diddy might have been doing. And if he was doing that, what was he saying? I guess they're going to be reviewing all the calls and seeing what he was saying to try to keep him in there. At this point, though, the case has been tarnished so bad. We'll see what happens on Friday, November 22nd, as far as his bail. I can't really call it right now. I mean, for the judge to have this emergency meeting, which is what they call this evidentiary meeting that they had, for them to have that meeting and to say that, okay, prosecutors must destroy all that evidence they just came across, that's not a good look for the prosecutors. This is turning out almost similar to what the Young Thug case, what happened in that case, is where so many mistakes was called out by the prosecutors that when it came down to it, they just tried to save face and offer a light sentence, like jail, sentence served, you know, time served, and we'll just put you on probation, and then you say you're guilty. You know what I'm saying? The plea went way better when they had all that dirt on the prosecutors, because before Young Thug was being offered pleas like 27 years or something, I'm hearing. The pleas were just ridiculous, where of course you're going to take it to trial. But with what's going on with this Diddy case, it might go similar, where they're probably not going to want to let go of the case. They're probably not going to want to just dismiss the case or throw it out or anything. They're going to want to try to hold on to it with dear life, because they're going to be very embarrassed to have to just drop the charges. So I'm suspecting they're going to hold on to the charges, but then eventually, especially if more stuff comes out like this, where Diddy's lawyers are on their tail looking for any loophole, any mistake they made, any mistake the prosecutors make, if that gets known by the Diddy's team, this is their tactic now, it looks like. And plus, we saw they want to somehow get the witnesses or the victims, maybe find dirt on them. So this is a strategy, and so he's playing a hard ball. He's playing hardball right now. And at this point, when it comes down to it, I don't think that they might let him out on bail now, possibly. There's a chance they might let him out on bail, but we'll have to see. I know they don't want to, so we'll have to see how that goes. But at this point, they might not have any choice, because they got caught up so bad with this. This is a serious violation. I believe this violation could be so serious, it's probably going to end up tarnishing their case, and they're going to have to end up ultimately maybe making a pretty sweet plea deal in the end. If maybe they'll just let them out on bail. We'll see tomorrow. Well, I'll keep y'all posted. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get 100 likes on this video. Make sure you follow Rap HITZ on all social media, and make sure you follow Rap HITZ on my email news list and all that. I'm out of here.